So, what up? Welcome to the ILEAP vlog series episode 6. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. We are not in the room this time. This is the first episode where we're going outside of the room that I recorded. We are actually going to the place that I am going to be interviewing my special guest at. It's going to be his actual domain. If you have been following me, you would know that this episode was going to definitely be about interviewing someone who just started their own business and is flourishing in it right now, man. He's really killing it. So what we're going to do is pretty much head over to this place, set up shop, right? And all we're going to do is sit down, have an interview, and we're going to see how he got his business started from the ground up, yo. And I hope y'all brought a pen and pad, because I definitely brought mine, prepared to learn. I hope y'all really looking forward to it. But nonetheless, I'll see y'all when I get there, all right? Peace. Finally made it to the special guest's home right now. This product that you see in my hand, you may not see it. I'm going to zoom the camera in. But if you're still not going to be able to see it, once we get further into this interview, you'll definitely be able to see it firsthand. So, what this actual product is called a cam. I'm not going to give too much of a brief explanation. I'm going to let him do the explanation himself. But, just to let you know who he is, he's a fellow co-worker of mine. I consider him family. We've been knowing each other for like over a year now?
Yeah,
two years. We've been knowing each other for 2 years, and he has been watching my actual my actual vlog series, and he chose to actually try to jump on the actual vlog series only because he started a business, and his business that has started is flourishing right now. He's actually been interviewed locally within local news media stations. He's also been actually put into the Army Times and the Military Times. He's actually going to have an actual article in the in the Army Times. So I'm definitely going to actually get a magazine just so I can get that article, just so I can be like, I know this man. So without further ado, my fellow viewers, ladies, gentlemen, who alike.
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome to the actual vlog series, Jacob Neal.
Hey, how's everybody doing? First of all, my name is Jacob Neal. Just give you a little bit of my history. I'm a soldier. I did 21 years, 4 months, and 22 days in the Army, but who's counting? You spoke about the cam. We'll show it a little bit better and show it to you a little bit more, but it's called the COVID Angel of Mercy. It's something that I came up with to salute the medical support staff and medical professionals that are out there fighting COVID-19. The idea came about because of, as I said, I'm a soldier, and we receive combat patches. Anybody who's ever put on a uniform knows what that means. And I felt like that they were fighting a war also, but a different war. They're fighting germ warfare and bacteria and things like that, and obviously the COVID-19 virus. And I created them somewhat of a combat patch. I've created 2 different ones. One is for, like I said, medical professionals, and one is for medical support staff. And I'll wait to get into the details of it. Basically what we're showing, not so much as how to, I'll let him explain.
All right. So what we're basically breaking down and doing in this actual episode, although we want to interview him, we want to pretty much know the schematics, the main frame of how all this got built from the ground up to where it is to right now. I want to let y'all know, just for future reference, this actual episode is going to be pretty long. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask probably like 8 to 10 questions. Due to time, I may just cut it off and make a separate video with the full actual interview on there, and y'all be able to watch it. As well, if you may not just have the time to actually sit there and watch the full video, I'm thinking about trying to put it into a podcast format where you could just be driving around and listening to everything and picking up all kinds of information. So just want to let y'all know that right now, so you don't got to worry about, did I miss something or anything like that. I'm going to make sure that this whole episode comes out fully where you can get it, all right? So, without further ado, we're going to go into the questions. I have a list of questions. Some may be a little bit deeper than others. Some may be a little bit off topic. But needless to say, it's a learning actual thing. I want everyone to learn just like I am, because I want everyone to be successful when they start their own first.
And the reason I'm doing this is not so much to advertise my product or to put it out there. I'm doing it as it is. We'll talk about that. It's because I believe in the each one teach one basis. I learned a lot from doing this project, and I wanted to share those things and make sure Jacobe and the rest of the world, any type of entrepreneurs, would be aware of some of the things. I don't believe that you have to touch the iron to understand that it's hot. I wanted to keep you from touching it and maybe give you a couple of nuggets to help you along the way that I've learned from touching the iron.
Gotcha. All right, so one of the questions was already knocked out. He actually introduced himself, so I'm gonna go to the next question. He may have reiterated it, but I want y'all to actually pick up everything from the questions that I said. So if you missed it, you got it right here. All right. So first question is, what led you or inspired you to start your own business?
Actually, this isn't. It's a business and it isn't. Right now, it's a charity. Also, 50% of my proceeds go directly into a charity. The only reason I cannot be a 501(c) is because there is a profit margin. So be careful about that. But the profit margin that I have rolls right back over into the business, and it allows me to recoup. And we'll talk about all these things that you have to purchase before it goes out of the door. But what made me do the actual product was, I know no one's gonna believe this, but it was a dream. I'm not ashamed to tell people I suffer from PTSD. I've suffered in silence for a long time. And I watched on the news as I saw these nurses and doctors and everyone else basically were crying out, saying that they felt like it was a battlefield. They cried on their way home, they cried on the way to work. And I said, these people are gonna be in trouble. What can we do to show them that we still care about them and we know that what they're going through? And I felt like us being in the military and military minded and people like me, we know that all wounds are not visible. You know what I'm saying? If you have a scar on your face and one arm, we understand that. We see that.
Right.
But PTSD is invisible wounds. So one of the reasons why I created it was, one, to give them homage and give them their own badge of courage. But also, and a lot of people never thought about it, and you actually getting the exclusive on this, I've never told anybody the secret reason why I created those was to kind of identify these people. You know, I want it when people walk around, this patch basically says that you serve in a medical capacity, whether it be a medical professional or medical support staff, and that you were directly impacted by COVID-19 and COVID-19 positive patients. I realized that that's a different struggle than what you signed up for. And I wanted these patches to be an indicator, so when we see that young man or that young lady with that patch on, that we treat them a little differently, that maybe we speak a little softer or be a little nicer or offer them words of encouragement, because they're gonna need it. So that was the other meaning behind the patch that nobody else got, and you got it today.
It's awesome. See, special things comes to this actual series, man. I'm trying to inspire the masses to do their own, but I'm also here to help out the best way I can. All right, so he also hit on another question. He also hit on another question, which what I was going to ask, which was what inspired you to start the business in this criteria. And he already explained about the medical field and all that, so there's no need for me to hit that question again. So what
I do want to reiterate one thing, Jacobe. I've been questioned through my website, direct messages, text messages. People are asking me, well, what about the person that works at the store? What about the person who works in the grocery store? What about the person who works at McDonald's? Trust and believe that I support each and every one of those essential workers. However, the way I see it is, you might have to interact with somebody that has COVID-19. If you work at McDonald's, I use that for an example. No, I'm not plugging McDonald's. I have to make sure I say that.
Got it.
But say you're working at McDonald's, I go through your drive-thru, you don't know if I have COVID-19 or not. Well, these medical professionals and medical support staff personnel, they know because they tested you. You came positive. I think that's the biggest difference, and that's why I chose to honor those, because they know that they're dealing directly with COVID-19 positive patients, and they still come to work.
So they're the ones in the front line.
The frontline fighters. I call them the infantry of the medical field.
Sounds good. That sounds good. I like that word. So, now my next question is, do you have an end goal?
Yeah, I do have an end goal. My end goal is that every medical support staff and every medical professional has at least one CAM. I feel like they deserve it as their badge of courage, and I don't want them to purchase it for themselves. I'm looking for philanthropists. I'm looking for everyday citizens just like me, and just like you, that sponsor them for those medical providers. I'm asking for communities to take care of their own communities. We live in Augusta. We have a huge medical footprint, and we have businesses, and we have people, the Chamber of Commerce, things like that are reaching out to me and are working with me to make sure that every single person that's eligible receive these cans.
Awesome. It's a good angle, man. I really do like that. So, you don't have to disclose this, but I know when I was talking to my fellow viewers, I was telling them I would be as transparent as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, roughly, how much money do you think you invested in yourself to start this?
That's a good question. Investing in self is a scary thing. It's rewarding though, because you don't have to, if you fail or win, you don't owe anybody any money.
Right.
My initial investment, once I created my website, I was able to copyright my image. I was able to trademark the phrases and things like that. Once I got everything, I think my initial investment was around $3,500.
See, I want to hit on something when it comes to the starting businesses. So everyone, when everyone's worried about starting a business, they're always worried about the numbers. They always worried about, it probably costs a lot to start it. $3,500 is a lot, but it's way less than what people be thinking. People be thinking immediately, I gotta go get a business loan. And them loans can be outrageous, especially the actual percentage that you're having to pay.
I'll tell you this, Jacobe, and I hate to interrupt you, but I must say this. If you have a product or you have a business that you want to start and you don't believe that $3,500 of your money is not worth you starting a business, don't start the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't believe in your product enough, no one else's is either.
Exactly. So if he hit the nail on the head. Like if you believe that this product is going to do some success for not only just you, but be also making an impact for other people, you shouldn't be really so much worried about the money that you're putting into it, because you know what's going to come out of it. So if you're so much worried about the money, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all, because I promise you, it's going to pay for you tenfold. Always.
It's going to come back.
It's always going to come for you tenfold. So the next question is, how long exactly did it take to get all this into motion?
Well, I started from scratch. I started with a doodle of a picture. I ended up, I actually have the original picture. Here's the original picture. I don't know if y'all can see it. That's what this is, a drawing made on paper. And then I had it digitized, and then I had it embroidered and everything. And so this turned into this. You have to see it in your mind and envision it before you can, because people can't make stuff up in thin air. You have to give them a tangible product. I was new to this. I never did anything like this before. So the process was very eye-opening for me.
All right. So when it comes to, I get where you're coming from when you're talking about where it started, but how long did it take?
How long did it take? Waiting on other people is the scariest thing there is.
Yes.
So between
that right now.
From in my mind to actually having a cam patch was actually about a month and a half. And it was the most gruesome month and a half. To have something in your mind and not be able to see it come to fruition because you gotta wait on other people is one of the scariest things in the world, but it's rewarding once you get it in your hand. I will tell you, the first time I got a cam patch in my hand and looked at it and remembered what I had in my mind, it was almost emotional.
So when it comes to time, so y'all know that I'm working on the business, and based from, if you've been watching me from day one, y'all know it's taken way longer than a month. My actual launch date, launch area time frame was supposed to be actually this month, but due to COVID, it kind of pushed it back. But it's still going to come out. But here's one thing I always want to tell people: don't ever rush the process. Just go with the flow of it. You know, at the end of it all, your finished product is going to be rewarding. So no need to rush it and try to put yourself in a tight bind, because when you do that, you're going to do yourself more harm than you are good.
Absolutely.
So So don't ever rush the process. You see, he said a month, but you see, I'm sitting over probably like 6 months. But I'm getting close. I'm definitely getting close. But this COVID stuff, no one was expecting that to happen. And it kind of pushed a setback on me. But I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to make sure everything is right. Just so I won't hinder myself from
That's important.
from whatever it is that I want to actually do with my products.
I had to fast track my product just due to the nature of it. You know, it's almost like there was a specific market in a specific window. So I knew that this product would, in order for me to get the branding of it, I had to do it while it was still on top of the news cycles and in the news medias. So I did have to do some things and pay some extra monies to get things pushed and forwarded and done fast. If I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have done it that way.
Right.
But that was one of the things that I had to do. But the situation drove me to have done it that way.
Right. You pretty much, your product pretty much was hitting on the main thing that was going on in the world at the time.
I used the Steve Jobs concept. You ever heard of that?
No, what is that?
Steve Jobs. I know everybody know who he is. He created the iPhone. He gave you something that you didn't know you wanted, and then he made you not just want it, he made you need it. So no one in the medical field or medical support staff either knew what a cam was because it didn't exist. They never heard of a COVID angel or mercy patch. So the first thing I had to do was tell them what it was and make it crystal clear. And then I had to make them want it. And now I have people, I've ran out of stock twice already. And now I have to make them, now they need it. So that is the concept that I use. And not to mention that 50% of the proceeds rolls into a scholarship fund that benefit them. So now they see this as if I buy one, I've literally invested in myself.
I was just going to say it's an investment.
They invested in themselves.
All right. So we hit over the steps, we hit over the time frame. So my next question is, before we close, you already know what I got to give y'all, which is the book of the day. So the book of the day is nice orange book, can't miss it, but it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Ronson. I can tell you right now, this book will definitely help you with your business. I ain't gonna lie, the book is a little bit pessimistic, but when you're in the mindset of trying to start your business, this is gonna be a good mindset to be in, because you can't be worried about what's going on in the world. You can't be worried about what people gotta say about you and all that. This book will just tell you,
It's ironic, we spoke on that. We said you can't stop to throw a stick at every dog that barks at you.
This book gonna tell you pretty much what to do. It's gonna alter your mind state of how to think about things, because you can't always be too much worried about what's going on with someone else. Oh, something bad happened to you, and you start freaking trying to blame the world. You just gotta keep on going and do what you gotta do and get the job done. So that's the book of the day, and you know I was talking about a giveaway. So here's what the giveaway is. So I have supported Cam. I bought 5 cams. I got 2 that I'm gonna give to 2 nurses that I know, and there's gonna be 3 that I will be giving away as well. Well, there's gonna be 3 that I'm giving away to y'all. The only way y'all are gonna be able to get them is by liking this video, sharing this video, and explaining in your post to why you want the cam and what does it mean to you. As well as that, it's not just it. The other thing that I'm gonna give away, so with this book, I bought a hard copy, but I initially bought the first copy of this book on audiobooks, specifically Audible. I'm able to share a free copy of that audiobook just to anyone. So if you want that book as well, just do the same thing.
Y'all better beat me to it.
You just do the same thing, but instead of you saying why you want the cam, say why you want this book. And that's all you gotta do. I'm gonna give it like a week maybe. I'll give it a week. And I'm just gonna pick 4 people specifically. 3 of y'all gonna get the cams, and 1 of y'all are gonna get the free audiobook. So with that being said, that's pretty much the end of this episode. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. I really hope y'all learned from it.
Talking to you.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. I hope y'all enjoyed my special guest and I appreciate him for actually showing up onto the vlog series. I also got a gift for him, and I'm gonna show y'all that, but I'm gonna have to do a cut for it. But anyways, matter of fact, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna just do the cut right here.